Meanwhile, President Trump is telling voters in New Hampshire last night that he is their only chance to keep the economy strong. Listen.
I had a businessman the other day, one of the most successful guys in the country. I've never liked him, never liked him. He never liked me, I never liked him. I see him in the White House. I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm working to make sure you get elected." I said, "You got to be kidding. You don't like me, I don't like you. What the hell is this all about?" He said, "That's right, we've had our differences. I haven't liked you. But to be honest with you, Mr. President, I have no choice." I said, "You're right. You're right." First thing I've ever heard him say that I agreed with. He's got no choice. He got no choice.
Well, recent numbers show jobless claims at 220,000, summer youth unemployment rate falling to a half-century low, and the overall unemployment rate at a near 50-year low. Our next guest was in the front row at last night's rally in New Hampshire, former Trump campaign manager and author Corey Lewandowski. Corey, great to see you. Let's start with the economy because he hit on all bases. I mean, he made an appeal, or he made clear his appeal to all levels, all strata, economic strata in our society, from the top business leaders to the blue-collar workers. They are all connected. It's this idea that a rising tide lifts all boats, right?
You're exactly right. And if you look at what he's been able to do in this economy in really what's been just about 3 years since his election, $9.2 trillion in stock market value since his election, thousands of new manufacturing jobs, tens of thousands, 600,000 new manufacturing jobs, 6 million new jobs that have been created, the lowest unemployment in the African-American community, in the Hispanic community, in the Asian community, amongst women ever recorded. And this is just the beginning. It's because of the deregulation environment that he's cutting, those overburdened regulations in Washington, coupled with the biggest tax cuts that our nation's ever seen, means more people have more opportunity, more businesses have opportunity to grow, and everybody is feeling that benefit right now.
Yeah.
And look, we saw the stock market drop a little bit, but you don't see the mainstream media talking about the market today that was up over 300. Right. They're only there to chastise this president. They're very dishonest about it.
And, you know, what was interesting was he significantly said that this is benefiting the blue-collar workers more than any other level of society. This is exactly the group of people that the Democrats kept going on and on about during the Obama administration. We're trying to help them. They never gained a foothold at all on the economic ladder during the Obama administration, whereas now their wages are going up. The job situation has never been better. It's exactly those people that Democrats thought they had in his pocket that he is helping the most.
That's why we see states like Pennsylvania and Wisconsin and Michigan turning out in record numbers to support this president at these rallies. You know, I was with the president in Cincinnati, Ohio 2 weeks ago. I was with him last night in Manchester, New Hampshire, my home state. These crowds are not the typical country club Republicans. These are the people who get up and go to work every day, and they know that the man sitting behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office is fighting for them, fighting against China, because on a level playing field, we are the greatest country in the world, and we win every single time. He's bringing those jobs back here. I like to call Donald Trump the blue-collar billionaire because he knows what it's like to see people who are out of work. He put them back to work, and we're growing again. We're the hottest economy in the world.
Well, you just can't ignore the figures. The data speaks for itself. Now, you mentioned, of course, that you are a New Hampshire guy, and there's a lot of talk about you running for the Senate. You want to make an announcement tonight?
Well, look, I don't know, but, I'm one of these guys I think they're afraid of up in New Hampshire. It's like the Fisher cat, our state, animal up here. They're afraid of me because they know they can't control me, and they're afraid that if I get in this race, not only am I going to win, I'm going to destroy Jeanne Shaheen because she's failed the people of New Hampshire. She didn't vote for Neil Gorsuch. She didn't vote for Justice Kavanaugh. She didn't vote to defund sanctuary cities. She doesn't vote. She only votes in lockstep with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. That's not how the people in New Hampshire think. It's time for a new voice in New Hampshire.
So the president himself had some very kind words. He stopped just short of endorsing you because you haven't announced yet, but it sounds like you're not quite ready to do so.
Well, look, this is a long race. The primary is in September of next year. The election is obviously November of 2020. My family got to spend time with the president last night on Air Force One, my children. He's so gracious, so magnanimous. He understands what the process is like to go through when you're making a decision to put your name on the ballot. And we talked through that and understood. It's easier when you hear it from someone who's been through the process. So my family's still working through that. But we'll get to a decision very soon, I promise you.
Now, is Jerry Nadler's subpoena to you interfering at all with that decision? Because it is an odd situation where you're considering a run for the Senate when members of Congress are trying to get you to speak to them and sending you out a subpoena.
You know, maybe what I'll do is I'll run for the U.S. Senate, win. I'll bring Jerry Nadler over to our committee so I can ask him a series of questions. Look, here's what you know, okay? I have been in front of Congress on 3 separate occasions, spent dozens of hours testifying. I did it voluntarily. And they could have called me and asked me to come in, and I would have taken that under due consideration. But this subpoena is a regurgitation of a witch hunt to demonstrate what Mueller has already said. There was no collusion, but Jerry has a primary from his left and has to show that he can be the most progressive person in Congress when he's sitting there voting with AOC and AOC +3. So look, Jerry has subpoenaed me. I'm going to see what I'm going to do, but there is nothing left to testify about. The Mueller investigation is over, and it's time for these people to get back to work for the American people.
You know, I think of that license plate that you have in New Hampshire, live free or die. New Hampshireites like people who fight for their freedom, who fight for their rights. It sounds like, in a way, in a strange way, the Nadler subpoena may help you if you run.
Well, look, I'm not afraid of a fight, as you know. I'm a fighter. I fight for what I believe in, and I'm very passionate about those things. So, look, Jerry Nadler wants me to come in front of the committee. I'm going to talk about it, but he better be very careful of what you wish for, because I'm no flowering violet, okay? I'm no shrinking violet, so he had better be very careful, and we're going to have to talk about that because I have nothing to hide. This will have to be done in public, and they'll have to admit what we already know. No collusion, no obstruction. Donald Trump won that election by a massive electoral margin when it comes to the Electoral College, so big that he could have actually lost the state of Florida and still been elected president. This wasn't a close election, and crooked Hillary lost it because she was a terrible candidate.
Corey Lewandowski, a pleasure to see you, Corey. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.